We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
It is time for the ThinkSoJoE Show. You can buy this shirt, by the way, at punkrockthreads.com. What's up, John? How's it going?
Hi,
Haven't
Joe.
seen you in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Saw you, Saturday night we went out and saw some bands. Tell you what, man, I liked one of the bands. Wasn't the one you guys wanted to see, but I liked one of the bands.
Yep.
Yeah. You're just not saying anything. You're like, Jill's probably watching. I'm going to get in trouble if I talk shit about this band that she likes.
Oh, no. I like that band. Wasted Space. Woo. I love that band. Actually.
I enjoyed A Greater Danger. The rest of the show
Greater
was...
Danger was good.
The rest of the show was pretty generic for my taste, but, I mean, maybe if you like metal and you like incomprehensible
I
lyrics...
love metal.
Well, if you like the bands that, you know, you can't understand a word they're saying, that was a good show. I liked A Greater Danger because I could understand what they were saying.
Wasted Space. They just dance and get naked.
I still say next time Joe Nameless is in Buffalo, we're going to see them because then you can see a band that dances and gets naked and plays good music. Anyway, I know I shouldn't be talking shit about bands on the scene here. I don't think we got the whole thing here. What's going on? Something's up. This one? That one. There we go.
Oh, hi, Laura.
There's the chat. Okay. We got the
I thought nobody was here.
We had the wrong chat up. I don't know what the hell that was.
What?
Laura likes the way Jill says door. When do we put out anything where Jill says door?
Door?
I think maybe Jill posted something.
Mark likes naked bands.
Mark does like naked bands.
Me too.
Mark would have enjoyed that. Me, on the other hand...
I had a great time. So.
I mean, like, there was so much other stuff going on we could have gone to. We could have seen Fernway. We could have seen Strange Standard.
I know. But Wasted Space. I can't miss them for the world.
You guys have fun with that, because I've had enough of that.
John and Jill in a car.
Talking about a band getting naked, so apparently you guys did a video of...
Yeah. $20. Hey, I didn't have to give them $20. I still got naked.
You guys like took out ones and shit, right? You went to the bar, you're like, yo, give me some singles. Right? Didn't you?
That was supposed to happen. We didn't get them any singles.
You did not. You just...
No, fuck.
You guys stood right where I was standing, which I was right up against the back wall just scrolling through Facebook and shit. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, this is okay, I guess. Could have been seeing Fernway. I don't know, man. I just, I think I outgrew my metal phase. I never really got into the bands where it's just like, like, what did I think the one dude kept saying? He kept repeating something, and it was just like blah 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 or something like that.
It was the first band you seen.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't understand a word they were saying, and I've always had that criticism. If I don't understand, like that's just me. Maybe I'm just more of a lyrics guy. I don't know. Maybe you're just like, yo, I like this heavy, aggressive, loud, and growling, and they're angry. Like,
because Jill took me to see Wasted Space before, and it was at Stamps, and I was like, I just felt like I wanted to get back into metal too. It was like, I miss this.
I mean, if that's what you're into, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying they're not good at what they do. It's just not my thing anymore, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really my thing to begin with. The generic, growling,
I mean,
angry.
I do like the third band, the Sane and Scream, because that's more my style.
A Greater Danger. That's the band I
Yeah,
liked.
Greater Danger.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on these bands. They got their gimmicks, they got their style, they got what they do, and if you like that, what they do, that's cool. It's just like, I think a lot of it was knowing where else I could have been, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go hang out with John and Jill. I'm gonna go see this naked band they keep talking about.
Well, Wasted Space kicks ass.
Now, I noticed that when you guys talk about this band, you don't talk about their music, you only talk about the fact that they are naked on stage.
That's their gimmick, but it works. I mean, I don't know. I love their music. I really do. So,
I mean, we could get Red Hot Chili Peppers tickets.
Yeah.
You want to see a naked band playing?
No, is that I don't want to see a naked band.
You wanted to see that naked band.
Yeah, they perform really good. I think they got really good music. To me, that's my opinion. I think they got good music, and I can't wait to see them again.
Laura wants to know, will the living brain dead get naked? We're all going to the gym now, so at least I will be soon.
Hopefully, signing up soon.
Jill says she loves their sound, and the singer's phenomenal.
Yes, exactly, Joe. She gets it. I like it.
It wasn't my thing.
It's like it's just one of her favorite metal bands in Buffalo.
Next thing I know, Dewey's on stage. I'm like, oh,
Dewey
hey, look,
was
Dewey.
on stage with them. That was awesome.
Yeah, but Dewey gets on stage with everybody.
Does he?
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. It wasn't my thing, but I don't begrudge anybody who likes it. So, But, I mean, and again, this Saturday is another week where everything is happening at once. Mm-hmm. Because we've got the On The Cinder, 10th anniversary show, which is where I'm going. We're going to have an interview with them in the next segment. Mm-hmm. You've got Wretched Mania is going on. We're going to play Grizzly Run. That's going to be the first band we're going to play today.
Shambles.
Well, that's Friday night. We're talking Friday. Saturday. Oh, Saturday, we got GROSH.
GROSH
is playing at Jackrabbit with Murder.
Murder.
Which is going to be a phenomenal show. And then our friends Venom Mob out of Rochester, they're going to be playing at Stamps.
Never heard of them.
We literally played with them last month.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
See, I don't...
The last band that played on that show, Venom Mob.
Oh, okay.
They're playing at Stamps on Saturday. So there's a lot going on. My money's going to the On The Cinder show because it's On The Cinder, man. I've known those guys for at least half of their band existence. So, and I've got all their vinyls. I did not say vinyls. My tongue slipped. I said vinyl.
They only have one vinyl, right?
No, they have 3 vinyl.
3 vinyls? Damn.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Don't be that guy.
Vinyls?
Vinyl. The plural of vinyl is vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yes. You got Dennis Lightheart says, On The Cinder is freaking awesome. They sure are. Laura's in the chat trying to anger me already. Anyway.
Vinyls.
No. It's vinyl. You guys trying to get me excommunicated from the vinyl community? I got a good thing going there. My Instagram blows up when I post pictures of what I'm listening to. Or at least it used to. The fucking algorithm kind of changed, I guess. I don't know. And some guy in my inbox, like, hey man, can I ask you a quick question? I don't know who this guy is. Like, nah, you're just gonna stay in the requests folder, buddy.
What's his name?
Joseph Smith. Like, no, man, I don't want to be a Mormon. That's the guy who founded Mormonism, Joseph Smith.
Oh.
Yeah. John's like, I think that's funny, so I'm going to laugh. I think it's supposed to be funny.
Roman.
Will the Living Brain Dead release a cassette tape? We almost did. And I just never followed up with the guy. We almost put out Falls Count Anywhere on cassette.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, because we were at least going to get 4 of them made. Yeah. Because we had the 4 vinyl, because Brian and I collected vinyl, but Katie collected cassettes. So we were going to do a Living Brain Dead cassette. And we just never ended up doing it. Mini disc, probably not. I don't know anybody who has a mini disc player, let alone collects them.
Mini discs. Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah. They're like almost floppy disks you put in. Only reason I ever used a mini disc is because I went to college. And that was a format that I could use in the college radio station.
You did a radio station in college?
Yeah. How do you think I know how to do all this shit? I skipped class and just did everybody's shifts on the radio station.
Oh, nice. What college did you go to?
NCCC.
Oh, I've been there.
Where the radio station is WNCB.
I dropped out twice.
Dropped out twice. I dropped out once. Laura has a mini disc player, but hasn't used it in 2 decades, she says. Yeah, I went to school. I wanted to be a radio DJ. That was my dream job growing up. Mm-hmm. Because back then people listened to the radio. Mm-hmm. And like that seemed like a really cool job. Now nobody listens to the radio, so who the fuck wants that job? I got the next best thing. I'm a narrator, so I still sit at a desk and talk into a microphone, and I get to come into the studio every Wednesday and play music and talk about the music, and I get to basically live out that dream job without getting paid for it. But I dropped out of school when one of the local radio stations. Like, I decided, hey, I know what the fuck I'm doing, so I put together a demo, right? Mm-hmm. And I sent it out to all the local radio stations. And one of the local stations, shortly thereafter, was like, hey, we're going to give away an on-air position on our station. Come on down to the Erie County Fair and audition live, and the people at the fair are going to pick who the next DJ is. I'm like, you guys are literally giving away a job I'm going to college for in a radio contest. Like, fuck this. And I dropped out of school right then. Or, probably right around that time, shortly thereafter, I'd imagine. But, like, And of course, I met the girl who won. Of course, it was a girl. Mm-hmm. Because it was a popularity contest. It was, people see you auditioning and they vote on you. And, of course, it was a very attractive girl. Mm-hmm. She was very nice, too. I met her at a Smile Empty Soul concert in the middle of the street on Chippewa. You're very quiet today, John.
I am. I don't know why. Sorry, dude.
You got 35 minutes coming up to be quiet, 40 minutes with song breaks.
Like, wait, so I can say anything. You just keep saying, yep, Good. Hey, I wish I would have graduated college. Good for you, Joe. Congratulations. College was not for me.
Nah.
No, I tried. I really did. I was there to be a gym teacher, and the second time. The first time, I just thought I was a party time and fucked up everything. But second time, to be a gym teacher, and wasn't cut out to be a gym teacher. So just got too hard, and I gave up on it.
I wasn't much of a school person in general, so like I took a year off. I took a year.
Did you graduate though?
High school, yes.
College?
No.
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 Okay.
No, Jill is the only college grad unless Shane graduated, which I don't think he did. If he did, he doesn't talk about it.
I only graduated high school.
I graduated high school. I took a year off and I went to college because I wanted to be a radio DJ. So I went and took communications and media arts, majored in that. And like, I'm not a great student in the sense of like, I don't like doing homework. I'm lazy. I like to procrastinate. I don't like to actually put the effort into things. And, which, I mean, I do this show and I put the effort into making this show better every chance I get, and put the effort into playing in the band, and I put the effort into my actual job. But like school, I could not get myself to put that effort in.
Here's the thing, when I did the gym teaching job, I we would all have to, listen to the teacher, and then, like, at the end of the month, everyone has to teach a class. I had to teach a class by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, see, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna. That didn't turn out so good.
Laura says those 3 math questions. So here's my problem. Here's why I did terribly in school. Is like, and I understand why I would have to take like, English 101, right? Or 102 or whatever I was in. I understand why I would have to take that, but what the fuck did I have to take a math class for? And I like math, don't get me wrong. What the fuck did I have to take a math class for to, John's got his calculator out. The answers are 14, 8, and 9. John just got the app up.
You just solved it?
There is 7, no, it's 7 plus 2, that's 9. I thought that was times. So 9, 8, and 9. Anyway. I thought that was a times, so no, that's plus. John's like, I'm going to verify this. No, John, they're 3 separate math questions.
9.
But yeah, like, and then I I got sick or something happened where I missed a class, and then I'm like
8.
way behind in everything, and I have no idea what's going on. And then like everybody that was on the radio station would be like, yo, who wants to cover my shift? And I'm like, yo, I'll do it. Because that's what I went to college for, was to be a radio DJ, so might as well be a radio DJ in college. So I covered everybody's shift. I'd be in the radio station for hours every day.
I played at N Trip. They did Band Fest. I did Band Fest 07. So that was fun.
I was long gone from there by 07.
But then I came back in like 2018. And that's did the whole gym teaching thing.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not good with school, man. Like I just I've thought about going like taking online courses for shit, but like John doesn't know how to times things by 1.
No, yeah. Yeah. I do.
John, quick, what's 145 times 1?
146?
No. That's 145 plus 1. I said times 1.
You said times 1. 1?
No. Apparently, John does not know how to multiply by 1. He's getting his calculator out again.
Okay, math wasn't my strong point, but I could do college math.
Here, let me explain multiplication to you, John.
Son of a bitch.
Okay? So the question I asked you, what's 145 times 1, right? So you have 145, and there's 1 of those 145. How many 104, like what is, so like you only have 145, right? Whereas if you had like 145 and you had 2 of them and you multiplied those together, I can't, yeah.
0, 0, 0?
That's correct. He got that one.
Okay.
Anyways.
Math wasn't my strong point.
Math was typically my strong point, and English was not, which was not beneficial to being a wannabe radio DJ. So.
History was.
Which is why to this day, I like when I am doing seasons of things you might not know, I typically outsource my scripts because I don't want to write them. I've been way too busy. Like I just yesterday did like 30,000 words in a day. Like literally started at like 3 a.m. and delivered it at like 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I was working all day yesterday, and then before I got in here today, I was like, all right, I'm going to catch up on all the rest of this work that I put aside so I could do this 30,000 word job. And finally, I literally was done with work at 5 o'clock today, and I'm like, all right, time to shower and get set up for the show. And put on this Mental Health is Punk t-shirt from punkrockthreads.com. Go buy my stuff from punkrockthreads.com.
On this blank t-shirt. I don't.
He's wearing a blank T-shirt. That's cool. I got a couple of those. I wear them under white hockey jerseys. Yeah. Shop.livingbraindead.com. Go buy the hoodies.
We always wear the same hoodies at the shows.
Go buy the hoodies so that I have an excuse to make more because I have a bunch of people who are waiting on them. People
that are in the band.
Yeah, people in the band, my mother. I'm just like, I'll get to them. I just haven't had time to get to them.
Yeah. So,
Maybe this week, I'll get to them this weekend. I'll try. Next weekend, I won't have time. Next weekend, you're going to be here all weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm getting tattooed Sunday.
This Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the next weekend, you'll be here all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. You got to wear a Sami Zayn shirt next week. I'll wear a KO shirt. since you said I'm KO to your Sami Zayn, and I'm like, why? Because I'm fat?
No, I can't be KO because I have red hair. And Sami Zayn's my hero.
Right. But yeah, you wear a Sami Zayn shirt, I'll wear a KO shirt. Because next week is wrestling t-shirt week.
It's WrestleMania.
The week before WrestleMania, wrestling t-shirt week. So starting Saturday, I'm wearing nothing but wrestling t-shirts for a week and a couple of days.
If John Cena loses, I'll never watch WWE again.
I'll wear
be all elite.
I'll wear a John Cena t-shirt to practice just for you on Thursday next week.
I'll be all elite.
You and Bill Goldberg.
Mm-hmm. I'll stop watching wrestling if he doesn't win.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Laura says she owns 0 wrestling shirts. Well, you're going to have to go buy like 9 of them because you got to start Saturday and you wear them all the way through WrestleMania. Actually, the Monday after WrestleMania. Because, that's the Raw after WrestleMania is like one of the biggest nights of the year, too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The one time I went to the Raw after WrestleMania was like the best night of my life.
Mm-hmm. People return, people debut.
People go, doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Wait.
That started on the Raw after WrestleMania 29.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, obviously not coming back.
I was there. I was part of that. I won a Slammy Award because of it. Partly because of fandangoing. Which was just a great night. It was so much fun. Especially shitting on that Randy Orton-Sheamus match. Mm-hmm. We were all chanting for fucking Randy Savage and for the popcorn guy and for Michael Cole.
I heard rumors about Randy Orton.
Rumors about Randy Orton?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. But I might be back at the WrestleMania.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Laura says she has some sad news for you, John.
What'd I do?
He immediately thinks he's in trouble.
Look, I'm not guilty until a court of law, okay? I know a lawyer, Joe.
I know lawyers, or former lawyers anyway.
I will be gone.
Laura's going to be gone for 4 to 5 weeks. That's bad news?
Where are you going? Are you leaving us?
For 4 to 5 weeks, she says. Jill says she is not a lawyer.
But she could be my lawyer.
But she knows about as much about legal stuff as you do.
Oh, well, she knows more than me.
I mean, I am friends with an actual former attorney who has been disbarred, but that's
she's smarter than me.
And you could go buy his book, Laughing All the Way to the Bank Robbery.
I'm gonna come out with a book.
You're gonna come out with a book.
No. It's gonna be a short book.
It's just gonna be a book of all the song titles you've pitched.
Yep. They're gold mines. Oh. I got a perfect one for the next one. Just came to me at that show on Saturday.
Oh boy.
Nope, I can't say it yet. My giant dagger. Don't ask me how I got that title, but
Jill also wants you to write a book. We
oh my
want
God,
you to
please write a book. Okay.
We now have to read a John book.
Shit. I got some homework to do later on. Some ideas. What do I what I could come up with? The possibilities are endless.
I have not I have not written a book. I've written scripts, but I've never written a book.
Oh, I'm writing a book.
John's going to write a book. We're going to sell it on merch.thinksojoe.com.
My face on it.
With his face on it. We'll sell it on shop.livingbraindead.com.
With the ugly T-shirt.
We'll put it on. We'll also put it on Punk Rock Threads too. Everywhere I sell stuff, we'll sell John's book.
Oh God.
I need to find a way to listen to this in podcast form. I will take that 760 band site again.
Need my ideas.
716bands.com. You can listen to us on Spotify and Amazon Music and iTunes and
yes, Joe,
Stitcher.
There will be pictures with the words.
And wherever you can get podcasts, you can listen to this show as a podcast, or you can listen live on allwny.com. It's actually broadcasting this week. I hit the right button this time. I realized after the show started, I'm like, oh shit, no, that was the wrong button. I got to hit the play button, not the record button.
Did you find a button on there that you don't know what it does?
There's a button on here and I don't know what it does. I'm not touching it.
We could go off the air.
We could. I will figure it out later what it does, but I have no idea. It's unlabeled.
Which one is it?
It's this one right here next to the clock. It's not labeled.
It's just like a...
It's like a multi thing.
Yeah, triangle thing.
So like it does multiple things, and I just don't know what those things are, so I am not touching it. I have no idea. I just noticed it before the show.
Don't say that on the air, because then they're going to comment, touch it.
John, unplug the computer.
I am not allowed to. I already owe him enough.
Yeah, you do.
He'll kick me off the show.
Yeah, I will. At least if you're going to do that, wait until after the On The Cinder interview in the next segment. But
no, we're good. No. I'm not being held responsible for my actions.
He's not going to be held responsible for his actions.
No.
That means he's going to do it, and he doesn't want me to blame him for it.
Does
John know how to unplug a computer?
Is there a way we could shut off Laura here?
Yeah, we could block her. We're not gonna, but we could.
I'm watching.
We gotta talk about some shows here. Let me get this mouse now that it's fully charged. Grizzly Run are playing this Saturday as part of Wretched Mania at the Rockin' Buffalo, presented by Wretched Sound magazine there. It's been a long time since our last live show. We're celebrating 8 years of the zine with a wrestling-themed showdown of epic proportions. Stay tuned for more info. And bands announced Adelphagi. I have no idea how to say that. But they're a death metal band, and it's their debut show. Grizzly Run, who play modern metalcore. I've been talking all day, man. My brain is mush from like the last 2 weeks of dealing with legal issues, and now having to do this show. And Hell Ever After, an original metal and rock opera, because Larry Gomez from Hell Ever After cannot escape his wrestling past. Salvatore Morocco. Anyway, and we're gonna play some Hell Ever After right now. They're playing. That show is it's 7.5 hours long. Let's see if we can find any more info. It's at the Rockin' Buffalo from 8 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Because I want to stay at that bar that late. The Rockin' Buffalo Saloon, Wretched Sound Magazine, 1800 Union Road, West Seneca. Doors at 7 p.m., music at 8 p.m. It is $10. I imagine it is 21 and up. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say, but I imagine it's 21 and up. Mm-hmm. And here's Grizzly Run on All WNY Think So Joe Show. This song called Wormlong on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Grizzly Run on All WNY Think So Joe Show. And here's John with the weather.
Hi, I'm John with your weather report. Here it's 48 degrees outside. Cloudy. About 2% chance of rain. So the highest today was 54 degrees. The lowest today was 46 degrees. Feels like 46 right now, apparently. Tomorrow, 99% chance of rain. Get those umbrellas ready. And the highest will be 52 degrees, and the lowest will be 32 degrees. But Friday, oh wow, it's going to be a shitty weekend.
Again?
Yeah,
Last weekend was shitty.
Rain, and Sunday's windy. So, but it's going to be up in the 40s and 50s, so that's nice. Spring's in the air, I guess. Hopefully we're done with this stinking snow, knock on wood. But that's been your weather report. I am John. I'm going to send you back to Think So Joe.
Thanks, John. And now we're going to send it over to Think So Joe with an interview with On The Cinder. Thanks, Joe. I'm here with On The Cinder, Mike, Jay, and Tyler. I'm pointing in the direction that I see them, but it's the opposite direction. They're over there and down there. Anyway, what's up, guys? You guys are about to celebrate 10 years as a band.
Indeed, we are. We are 10 years young, as they say. But that doesn't feel like that. It feels like we're aging like milk covered in goat cheese.
I feel fine.
There's so much I don't remember from 10 years, likely from constant drinking. So this all feels pretty fresh, honestly. Like it's exciting, new, you know. We're stoked for this 10-year show.
Now, has this been the same lineup for 10 years? It's been the three of you guys? That's incredible.
No ads, no drops.
Yeah. We've lived in a stinky ass van for a month, 2 months at a time together. After that, I mean, we started living together. After that, we really got nothing to hide.
Right, that's a fair point. I mean, Living Brain Dead's been around for about 4 years, and I'm the only original member left, so I don't know. I didn't live with any of my bandmates, though, so I guess that I don't have that experience.
Especially when you were 19.
It's fair.
Yeah, it can be really tough to be like the last bastion, Joe. Like you've had to be there for all the changes, whereas we just got along throughout, well enough, and learned to make fun of each other in just enough ways that we could live with it and smile about it and just keep having fun as we went.
I think it's remarkable that, I mean, like, between the three of you, you've always found time to, like, get together, practice, do shows, do tours, things of that nature. I mean, that's been, like, it's never been any hard feelings with anybody leaving my band. It's just been, hey, I've got other life stuff going on, and I can't, or, in one case, sadly, we lost a member, a few years ago, but, so, I mean, it's incredible for 10 years to be able to stay just together and able to keep doing this.
Well, we don't have a lot else going on, and it works.
You really got to throw it all away, just you only live once, and then you die. So nothing matters. Have fun.
Right.
Well said, Ty. Somebody we just played with, this guy Robbie in a band called Sadai in Rochester. We just did a show with them at Bug Jar last month, and he's like, man, I toured all of my 20s and into my early 30s, and I just needed to find the right guys that were willing to burn it all down with me, and I just could never find exactly what you guys have. And I was like, okay, well, I guess here I am burned down with my two guys. So we just always kept letting life evolve. And
so I'd like to pipe in here. It really takes a combination attitude of people who are willing to live with it, like the lowest standard of living possible for varying amounts of time. We're all, when we go on tour, sometimes one of us, I won't tell you which one, but we'll eat the clam chowder cold out of the can. And let me tell you, when clam chowder is cold out of the can, it's roughly the same shape as the can. Kind of like cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving. But if that says anything about our standards and that we all share, that's really what has been attributed to our success. Like we rough it.
Yeah, the D&D monster, the gelatinous cube? That's what it is.
I thought you were going to go for the low-hanging fruit of the Simpsons reference.
Oh, we haven't gotten to that part of this episode.
They originally they weren't sure if you were going to be a part of this interview, and I'm just thinking like, they're just going to leave Tyler out because it's just going to devolve into Simpsons references and wrestling talk.
I've watched so much wrestling lately. I've caught up so much, and I'm ready. I'm prepared. I have an unlikely favorite wrestler, actually.
Really?
I'm way late in the game to even talk about it. But let's get into it later. Let's not punish Jay. Right
Yeah,
away
we're still
with-
talking about you guys have a show coming up at Mohawk Place. You have Star Juice and Do It With Malice, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it pulled up. I should, but I don't.
Yeah, that is correct. We actually unplannedly did a show with Do It With Malice last month, but we still we're gonna do another one. I'm actually recording Do It With Malice in the studio right now. They're putting together an EP that, you know, spoiler alert, is pretty freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I have also done an EP for Star Juice, and that's not to toot my own horn, but I sound like I am, so I'm gonna shut up. But I love both those bands is what I'm trying to get to.
Toot away.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because we're still trying to get organized enough to go to you with and have John like actually learn how to play to a click.
Let's do it. We'll torture him.
That's the best way to learn.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Like Guantanamo Bay, except instead of the water thing, we just put a click as loud as humanly possible until your ears start bleeding.
That's how I like it in my headphones, actually.
It's probably the best way to go,
Either.
especially if you drum as loud as my drummer. You need to be able to hear the click over your drums. Jay knows. Jay's been to our spot a couple of times.
He's a hard hitter.
Speaking of traveling, because we're like 45 minutes out from my house where we're practicing. You guys, Mike specifically, that's like an hour and a half drive you're making to just go to band practice, man. I've been on that ride. I've been to your house. I know how far you live from these guys.
Yeah, I've always been the one to like push the envelope with like needing a certain couple things in my life. Like I've been with the same woman since I was 17, and we got married, and she lived and worked in New York City, and I lived in New York for a year. Then I dragged her home, and then we had a baby, and like pandemic, and so much that like these guys have like gone with me on, which is like we're just brothers at this point. Like these guys are so ingrained in my life that they've looked either through me or like along with me, but they've really helped me keep this thing going. Like we're just in it together as life comes, really.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some pretty big kind of commitments too on our side. Like I got drunk on a Monday. That was tough for everyone. I made it a problem.
Yeah, we're sort of like you mentioned, like members coming in and out. We probably would fizzle with anybody except for the three of us. It wouldn't go so well. We've had people come to us and say I could play guitar or what have you, and it's just we're just sort of our crew. If anything comes outside of that, it's a completely different project.
Well, on a more serious note, there is like the level of like directness and openness that we have with one another is kind of like it kind of starts with a commitment that it's like we're gonna do it until the wheels like fall off and the engine falls out and the whole thing is on fire. So like
I've seen some of your tour updates, and it sounds like that's happened a few times.
it has.
Oh yeah, more than once.
Yeah. Sometimes you're in Santa Cruz, California, and you just have to put your headphones in and listen to WGR 550 because your bus broke down and you don't know how you're going to get back across the country. But
We got there.
yeah, that's way better. That was probably the most self-restrained thing that I did that whole week, was not freak out about that.
There was one specific incident, as long as we're just here for a minute. We met this guy, Leroy. Let me tell you about Leroy. He was about the coolest tow truck driver in the world.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we broke down and we were gonna move forward. But we found a mechanic we got on the highway. We broke down about a mile on the highway, and we found a mechanic next to a hotel. When you're on the road, that was like And when I say hotel, I mean roach-ridden motel. But it was next door to the mechanics. So it was like perfect, right? All we had to do was get it over there. We had to cancel a show, but as long as we got it fixed, we were good. I think this was Florida. And this tow truck driver, Leroy, picks us up. A good old boy, real Florida dude. And he picks us up and he says, I only got 11 miles worth of gas left, so I can't go all the way to the exit and then turn around. He says, but don't worry. And we were like, what do you mean? And then he goes, hey man, hand me that flashlight back there. Now we've got our full bus or our full van and all of our gear on the flatbed behind him as it's shaking back and forth. And in the middle of the highway, he just cuts into this giant median ditch, nose first. And I hand him the flashlight, and he's looking through the windshield with his flashlight for the pothole that he knows is there because he's done this several times. Meanwhile, the van behind our heads is up on two wheels as we meander through this gully in a tow truck. Everybody's scared for their lives. And he didn't even like sit up from his laid back, one hand on the steering wheel position. He was just like the most redneck, rugged man I have ever seen. And he just played it off like he did it all the time. And then we got there and he stayed and he waited for us to get accommodated. A really great dude. Leroy, if you ever hear this, man, we love you.
It's good to find good people when you're on the road and almost stranded. I was almost stranded in Santa Clara trying to get back to San Francisco. So
Tell us about that.
I had an Uber driver. So like I went to the 49ers game and I had to get back to San Francisco for the Metallica show that night. And they weren't like letting Ubers get anywhere near where they were telling people to wait for Ubers.
Oh, that's
yeah. So I took a bus to like the next town over. These kids who were like, 19, 20, they're like, oh, let us drive you over to the Dave & Buster's, man. That'd be a good place to wait for an Uber. Like, all right, cool. So they drove me to the Dave & Buster's. I called for an Uber and it's like $100, like a $75 Uber ride, right? And the guy's like, I get in the car. He's like, you're going to San Francisco? I said, yeah. He says, I'll drive you to the train station. I'm like, nah, man, I need to get back. Like, that's why I called you. I could have taken a train. I just don't want to. I need to get back. And so he was reluctant, but he ended up driving me back. And I gave him like a 50% tip or something. So it ended up being like $100 to get back.
Nice. Damn. I want to go on vacation with you.
So is that what solidified your 49er fandom? Or is that... Dude, I've been a 49ers fan since like third grade. So
Nice.
Really hard to watch that NFC Championship game this year, but that's that's one more game I had to suffer through than you guys had to suffer through as Bills fans. So I mean,
oh Joe,
be thankful.
The Bills will win it, not next year, but the one after that.
We'll see. We'll see.
This year.
I thought this year was going to be your year. That you just looked good, and then I don't know what happened to the playoffs.
I mean, people have been less than like opaque about being like, yeah, the team is pretty like emotionally distressed after DeMar Hamlin on like national television. And it's like, I get it. Like even the game after that, the I guess everyone kind of calls it like the DeMar game, where Nyheim Hines runs back both the kickoffs and everything, and it's this wild and crazy thing, and DeMar is there, like we would have lost if he didn't do that. So, and like 2 kickoff returns. Are you serious? Like the offense definitely was sputtering at that point. But I don't know. It's going to be a super fun season, no matter what. But I don't know. We got to, as long as Stephon Diggs is happy and Josh Allen can be himself, everything is going to be cool. Sabres suck again, though.
I was gonna say, I mean, at least you have the Bills to look forward to after like the Sabres, right? I don't know. A week ago, I'm talking. We're watching the game at the practice spot, and they're getting blown out by Boston. I'm like, don't worry, you know. And John just came back over from he was rooting for Tampa Bay for a while, so he just came back over to being a Sabres fan. He's like, man, we suck. I'm gonna be a Boston fan. I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. But I'm like, dude, we're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna get blown out in the first round, but we're gonna make the playoffs. Now I'm just like, we ain't even gonna make the fucking playoffs, and even if we do, Boston's just gonna crush us. So
I was rooting for Tampa Bay, a team that has been like the best team in the league for years. Now I'm going to root for the Sabres for 30 seconds before I become a Boston fan. Come on.
He is still a Sabres fan. So no, he had a friend who was a Tampa Bay fan and convinced him to be a Tampa Bay fan, and then they had a falling out. You know how that goes. So John was just like, yeah, fuck the Lightning.
I mean, yeah.
So I have a strong cognitive dissonance because the company I work for owns the Bruins. So if the Bruins do well, my Christmas bonus starts to look really nice. But being in Buffalo, you know, it's a heart-wrenching situation.
I mean, you're in luck because the Bruins are the best team in the league right now.
So here's hoping for next year. We got that Christmas bonus. Joe, I'll tell you what, if it's over $2,000, I will buy you I don't know, we'll talk later. I'm not sure.
I used to put in a pool, Clark. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll get you a subscription to the Jam of the Month Club.
See, we're back.
Yeah, it's March and we're making references to Christmas movies.
Hey.
Right, thinking about the football season.
That's right. We are talking about football too, so I mean, we might as well be talking about Christmas because football season was over 2 months ago. Well, a month ago, I guess. I don't know.
Well, since you're all such avid wrestling fans, Joe, have you ever thought about what your wrestling name / persona might be if you were a wrestler?
Nah.
No?
I mean, yeah, but not seriously, because not seriously though, because I've never been in shape to be a wrestler, so that's never been a thing. I almost.
You don't have to be in shape to be a wrestler.
This is true.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Rochester's own Colin Delaney.
I mean, you can go all the way to the top. Like Mike said, Bubba / Bully. Even some of the other guys. Shit, I was just thinking.
Taz was a pretty big dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, Taz is round, barrel shaped.
I almost did become a manager once. I had the opportunity. I was they wanted me to start off as a referee, and then I was going to turn and I was going to manage some one of the bad guys there. Because they're like, oh, dude's got a good gimmick, but he can't talk, so you could be his manager. I'm like, all right, cool. But I was, married with a newborn child at the time, so I was, oh, you can't go do that because you're not home enough as it is. I'm like, I'd be gone 1 extra day a week. I'm not gone that much. But got talked out of it. So
I'm surprised they didn't nab you as the announcer. You've got that whole voice acting thing on lock.
See, I wasn't doing that back then though. So that was, now I've put it out there in the universe that hey, if anybody ever needs me to announce a wrestling show, I could do that. But I also know a couple of, wrestling announcers, so I don't want to take their jobs either,
Are you at the show on Saturday?
No. We were actually at Mohawk Place on Saturday, and I forgot all about that ESW show down at Riverworks until I saw, oh, hey, Matt Cardona's going to be in the next one. John, we got to go see Matt Cardona.
I didn't know Matt Cardona was going to be there. Holy crap.
Yeah, next ESW show down at Riverworks. I don't know what the date is off the top of my head, but they got Matt Cardona as the one they've announced so far.
That dude is working hard.
Yeah, he is. Go from what he was getting in WWE to being one of the top guys in all of independent pro wrestling right now. I was
gonna say he is the top of the indie circuit. He's making money hand over fist, holding as many belts as they can fit on him.
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona, yeah.
I'll have to look him up. He's from here? Where's he from?
No, he's from New York,
Oh,
Long Island.
handsome.
He's doing an ESW show.
Yeah, he's gonna be at one of the local shows here.
Nice.
I like Undertaker.
Me too. He's great.
As,
Did he do it too long? Did he wrestle for too long?
I don't know. Sting still wrestles.
That's
Oh my
true.
God.
That is true.
Too? He old. Too old to be doing the spots that he's doing.
My grandfather liked the Undertaker in his later years, and he died in '99. The Undertaker just retired a couple of years ago. So
True. And Kane, the artist formerly known as Kane, is he's like a real estate agent and then like the mayor.
he's the mayor in Knox County, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
I
I
would
would.
know that off the top of your head. You know where he is the
Well,
mayor?
I live with Tyler. Oh, Tyler knows that, yeah.
Oh, I knew, yeah.
And Joe, obviously.
I've got friends in Knox County, Tennessee, so I'd be
Does he
remiss
come
if I
back and
didn't. know that.
wrestle, but he's the mayor now or something? Like,
He's shown up a couple of times.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did a show in Knoxville where he came out in a suit and everything, chokeslam a guy.
What would Kane's mayor like campaign slogan be?
Republican.
Yeah. Like it turns out he wasn't just wearing all that red because he wanted to. He's a
He was the big red machine.
yeah. So it makes perfect sense, his policies and everything that he's trying to put in place down there. So
That is a long game play right there. Well, I'd still vote for him.
just because he's Kane.
Yeah, just, you know. Then he did that great real estate video on how to buy real estate wisely. You should watch that if you haven't. I learned a
haven't.
lot.
I'll have to take a look at it.
is that a real thing? Or is it like a spoof?
No, it was him. Just regular old dude. Fucking looking like, you know.
No mask?
Yeah, no mask, just being a real estate agent, telling you some wise moves and tips and tricks to buying real estate. It was just his business at one point, you know. Just like our business is making music and podcasts.
Right. 10 years of making music together. So you guys were living together and just decided, hey, let's start a band, get out of this van that we're living in.
we played in ska bands individual. Well, these guys played together. I played in a different ska band. These guys had the Stakeouts. We actually started our first house venue known as the Steakhouse, which lasted about 2 shows before it became the Flower House in an interest of making it involving everybody.
I think it was called the Flower House from the get-go, but we joked about it being the Steakhouse because the band would practice at our place, I think. But I don't think it was ever called the Flower House for a show. Or no, I don't think it was ever called the Steakhouse for a show.
Unless it was maybe the Valona show, like the Tester show.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you one band that was on that bill.
Fredtown Stompers.
Yep, that's it. That's the band. Actually.
By the way,
One of the bands didn't have a name, and they wanted $100 guarantee.
I think it was 300, but
Woo!
there.
Before inflation, before our current recession. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Before the most recent recession, you know. After
We
we
might have been in one then. We're back. We're in a new one.
So to answer your question, yeah, we lived together. We all kind of just got fizzled out, burned out on our other things, and Mike and I started playing acoustic guitar together for like 2 weeks maybe, and we tried to make some songs, and we realized that, damn, we suck. And Tyler was bored as a great drummer and just wasted talent. So we decided let's just do this. We'll just nix the horns and anything extra, and let's just play. We'll write some songs. I think we wrote like 7, maybe 8 songs before we went on our first week tour, and it was hot garbage. It was
The tour.
Oh yeah, we had to like make up for the lost time and trying to banter in front of like the 3 people who showed up to our shows. It was pain would be a word I would use to describe it.
I have no memory of any of those shows. I would have to look at the flyer we made and just time travel. I have so little memory of that time.
Actually, I have a good trivia question. I don't think it was the first show. It either was the first show or it was the first out of town show, and it happened almost immediately after. Like we played with 3 Cents Short in the basement, then we played in Syracuse with 3 Cents Short, and that was a total disaster. It had the saw bathroom, but then the next place that we played was in Brooklyn.
Yep. No, it was in New York City.
Oh,
All the way to New York City.
For one awful show where a dude painted while we played. We thought he was going to paint us, but he only painted 3 people. Like he just painted the Ramones individually,
and Iggy
Pop.
But he had thousands of paintings of the Ramones and Iggy Pop, and they were all roughly the same looking.
In fairness, it was kind of cool because he painted like he was playing a guitar. Like he held the canvas down low, and like his brush strokes kind of resembled like guitar picking. Super weird, awful show.
The one caveat to this story is that this was in 2013 in the spring. Only like 6 months prior, that neighborhood had been basically wiped off the face of the earth by Hurricane Sandy.
That was my trivia question as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew the answer then. Sorry.
Yeah, there was literally like sand in the streets.
Yeah, there was some dark happenings there. I remember seeing a tattoo shop where there was a cardboard pizza box with Sharpie written, "Not the same guy as used to own it," on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, whoever used to own it was a pretty bad dude. So,
all right, I got a backup trivia question though. What was the band that played with us?
Caldor Kids.
That's right.
Wow.
The look on Mike's face when you asked that was just priceless.
I only remember because they asked us to go to a fetish party afterward, and I was like, "Guys, let's go," and they're like, "No, Jay."
The show was that bad.
It was a and fetish party, and I did not know what that meant. I mean, I got the second half, but I didn't know what the first half was. So
I still don't know what a smacking fetish party is.
Oh, there's one this Saturday, Mohawk Place.
Go to Mohawk Place this Saturday and find out.
Oh, but the trivia question for you guys regarding the same tattoo shop of the show. What was his other sign with a really tantalizing offer?
Was it really heavily discounted tattoos? Potentially free?
It was a special deal.
Oh no, I can't.
Shit,
I want to say that it's something like $50 or something, but that's not right.
Joe, what? Throw a guess out there. Very simple.
Buy one, get one free.
Yes.
Really?
Wait. Yes, that's what it was.
Zoom is
It was 2 for 1 tattoos.
Zoom is telling us we have 10 minutes left. So
to get to the important meat and potatoes of this, or is it meat or potato? I don't know. Let's get to the meat of this bad boy. Unless you're vegetarian.
Right. So you guys have a show coming up celebrating 10 years this Saturday night, Mohawk Place.
Absolutely.
Do it with Malice and Star Juice also on the bill with you. You got the huge movie star that is Sid playing opening for you guys.
We got Sid her start in our music video for Queen of Wands. If you want a little trivia there, check that video out. That's ancient history. I don't think we inspired anything, but she definitely could have done better. She settled for doing our music video.
She was also, yeah, I know she was playing music, but I don't think she even had a band yet. And yeah, if she wins an Oscar at some point, like, we better get referenced, like, before the playoff music happens. Like, we got her start. Yeah.
I want to thank God and On The Cinder, and my mother.
And then they cut her mic.
Yep.
The playoff music starts.
Shepherd's Hook.
What else we got to cram in here, guys? If you want to ride to the show, feel free to hit us up if you're local. We can probably make something happen.
Mike is bringing a caravan of people from Rochester, I believe.
Yeah, the van is full. It's got.
Well, we'll make 2 trips. We'll make it work.
Yeah, we're gonna have different associates around that can help shuttle people around.
We have 3 commemorative patches that we've cooked up, which is pretty cool. I
You
don't
get
know
one just for showing up.
if you just show up, you get a commemorative On The Cinder patch.
Nice.
This one's for Joe.
We're premiering a new shirt, a really cool shirt at this show. If you're into,
There's a handful of little surprises and fun things that'll come up throughout the night.
Ty is so cryptic. He's been like, "Oh, I got a surprise! I got a surprise!"
it's just you, man. I've already seen it. You're in the
I
dark.
spoiled it for Joe.
I'm the only one. Fuck.
Well, Joe, anyone who's listening to this don't know.
Sid
send
has
Joe a
a cool
picture
surprise. Sid has something like special that they're gonna pull out for their set.
Is it? I was gonna see if Sid wanted to sing one of our songs, but nobody wants to sing our songs. We don't even really sing our songs that well.
We try. I've been getting vocal lessons. See, it's way better.
I hope you're paying a lot of money for those.
She's Canadian, so I'm not.
All right, Joe, what do we need? What do you need from us? What do you want to know? What is the deepest, darkest, grossest secret you want to know about us?
Well, first of all, I do want to say that I have ridden to shows with you guys, so anybody that does take you up on a ride, it's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Sometimes
trip.
we have prizes in the van.
Yeah, it's true. Drove up to Rochester with you guys to see the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones you guys were playing with.
Oh, yeah.
And I miss that band.
Yeah.
My barber was trimming my sideburns earlier, and he said, just want to make sure you don't look like a Mighty Mighty Boss Tones fan.
Whoa!
Really?
Spoil like rain on his parade there. I mean, like, I kind of like that.
I a little bit. I said, I do like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, but you should still trim my sideburns.
Mhm.
Great album.
That's true. All right, I
A
interrupted.
lot of great albums.
5 minutes, guys.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I saw the Boss Tones was with you guys, and I've seen them probably more than any other band other than, at this point, probably Metallica, but...
Allegedly, they got, like, there's, like, some weird stuff going on. Like, there's weird stuff going on with Mad Caddies, too, where, like, their singer is, like, no longer involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, Dickie had his whole spiel happening where he kind of lost his fucking mind.
Yep.
But, like, I've heard some stuff like the Mad Caddies are getting, like, some other dude to do it. And, like, I don't know, maybe the Boss Tones are thinking about it. Dickie's voice is so iconic, though. That's a hard thing to replace.
He sounds like he gargles with glass and then smokes a couple of cigarettes and he's good to go.
I think they're gonna get back together at some point. Like, I've been following their like Instagram stuff. Like, they are always like, "Hey, 1993, this album came out," or like, "Hey, Dickie's got a new project he's doing. They're releasing songs," or like Joe Gittleman, he's got this other band. Like, they're staying like relevant on social media and kind of preserving their base. I think it'll happen. I think it'll just be like, guys, we've been together forever, like 40 years or something. Let's work this out. And I think it'll happen at some point. They just put on such a good show.
It's a cash grab. They just feign broken up for 5 years, do the reunion tour, and bam, we're all just hooked.
Which they've already done. It's not the first time we've lost the Boss Tones, so you might be right on that.
Well, Sky's just a cash grab all around right now.
Sure.
They're so popular. They're all just chasing money, you know?
No one has ever said that, ever.
Yeah, I want to make a fortune. Let's start a ska band.
I want to cash in on this ska music.
Well, there's the Buffalo Ska Festival.
Oh, it's true.
Suicide Machines playing.
Suicide Machines are playing.
I want to see some Suicide Machines. That's gonna be rad.
I've already got my tickets to the Buffalo Ska Fest, so
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
already got them. All right, we got 3.5 minutes. What was the worst show you guys ever played?
Oh, God.
Wait, do you want a worst performance?
Worst show, not necessarily performance, but like the worst like experience.
Oh man, there's so many. There's so so many.
Should have asked that earlier, I guess.
Play a lot of garbage.
I
Um,
mean,
I
we
have the worst one.
no, I know the worst time that we ever performed, like the worst we ever played. I've got that on lock. And then like that, yeah, Dothan, Alabama, weird show. Like we showed up too early to what was functionally 2 storage
Units.
containers, like the things that people make tiny houses out of.
Right.
2 of those put next to one another. No walls or insulation on the inside, so it's a huge echo chamber.
It's a garage.
Yeah, but like worse. A full metal garage, like metal ceiling, metal sides, everything reverberates. But we got there way too early, and those dudes were really rad to hang out with. And Tim was on tour with us playing as Mango Reinhardt, and he went to go get the beer for the night, and he got us a 30-pack of Ice House, and we got far too drunk with those crazy redneck Alabama people. I got tasered in the butt on purpose.
I saw a man's penis twice.
He had it right next to his gun. It was really nuts.
And then we played awful. Like we had to have a discussion after we played because we were like, that sucked. We can never do that again.
I might have cried. I remember like being way drunk and it was still light out, and we got out and I just like put my ass on the fender of the car and I was like, oh my God, why, how could that have gone so badly? I think it was you and I were very, very drunk, and Jay was not so drunk, but drunk.
Yeah.
You and I were like, wow, we were so bad there. This is also like 8 years ago, so we've come a long way.
And you can see how far they've come at Mohawk Place this Saturday on the Cinder 10th anniversary show with Malice and Star Juice. What's the price to get in over there?
$10.
$10 flat.
$10 flat gets you in. What's the age range?
18 and up.
18 up.
You can get in with parental advisory. So
sounds good. All right. On the Cinder, we'll see you guys Saturday night over at Mohawk Place. Thank you guys for your time. And it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so
Awesome,
much.
Joe. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Take a peek at the faces coming together. A free spirit that won't break down. Enjoy the subtle effects of clean living. The baby face talk of the town. Red tips come my way. I'll be ready, I'll be ready, I'll be ready. Not even eager, please. Sleep easy when life is a breeze. Put another shot back in the mirror. The image starts to get a little clearer. It's not what I've become, it's what I've always been. It's not what I've become, it's what I've always been. Take a long hard look at the face all beaten and bruised. Free spirit begins to wear down. The bomb is rolling, my energy's high. This double chin doom on the ground. When a second chance comes my way, I'll be ready, I'll be ready, I'll be ready, I'll be ready. Till I eat with so much to prove. Sleep easy, still wearing my shoes. Put another shot back in the mirror. The image starts to get a little clearer. It's not what I've become, it's what I've always been. It's not what I've become, it's what I've always been. Staring at the dark face with the blinding stakes, a free spirit finding from. Never stood a chance of clean living. My beer dips from another round. Chances used to come my way. So give away to dark and
On The Cinder on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. That song was called Illusions of Progress. It's on their latest album, Sedentary Escape, which you could get on vinyl or stream or wherever. You need a copy.
I do.
You're coming out Saturday with me, or you grab one. I don't know if you're coming out Saturday with me because you got choices, I know. So.
I think I'm going to Shambles Friday.
That's Friday. We're talking Saturday.
Saturday, I'm probably, I don't know. I'm probably going to GROSH.
I'll say you got a decision to make because you're either going to GROSH or you're going to On The Cinder. You're going to one of the two of them. Shambles is playing Friday. We're not playing them this week because we seem to play them every time they have a show. So it's like we literally just played them a few weeks ago. But Shambles is playing Friday night. They're doing 2 sets downstairs at Mr. Goodbar. The first set is Alkaline Trio. And then the second set, I thought I had it pulled up. I guess not. We'll pull it up. The second set is a mix of originals and like Blink-182 and NoFX and some other bands. Click on Shambles.
I'm back, Laura.
First set Alkaline Trio, second set Originals, Blink-182, Green Day, Misfits, Bouncing Souls, NoFX, and more. That's Friday night downstairs at Mr. Goodbar, 9 p.m., 21 and up, $5. I hate downstairs at Mr. Goodbar, but we're going to go.
John, where were you?
And John's a lot more confident now, so if we see 2 good-looking girls, I can be like, John, go talk to the girls. Right?
I don't know.
You take the blonde, I'll take the redhead, and you could actually go wingman for me.
There's a lot of college kids there.
That was a lot of college kids, man. Too fucking young for me.
Yeah.
That place was crowded, man. When we saw Shambles there the last time, they're in the Alkaline Trio set.
I'm just trying to join the band, join the music.
And Laura wants to know where you were.
I was not when they did the interview. I wasn't with Joe at the time.
No, John's been sitting next to me for the last half hour watching that interview.
I was home when he did that interview. I actually thought they were on the show.
Yeah, it was, so like when I talked to you Saturday, we hadn't finalized any details. So there was a possibility that we were going to have the 3 of them in here and doing the show with us. But a lot of the times, like, our schedules just don't line up that way. So most of the times that I've interviewed them, I've gone to their place. And
I think the last time you did.
Yeah, we last time I went there, I had 2 cameras and microphones, and we did all that.
We talked about On The Cinder, Love and Brain Dead tour.
We did. That's right. But yeah, last time I went to their place, and then I was thinking about it when Mike reached out over the weekend, because I had talked to him last week. We were already trying to set this up, and I realized that all my cameras are at your house except for this one, and like one up here. So I'm like, shit, what the fuck do I bring if I go there and do the interview? But luckily, Mike was like, I'm not going to be in Buffalo till Thursday. And I'm like, all right, cool. We could just do Zoom. So that worked out for the best. So got to interview some of my closest friends in the music scene. I've been friends with those guys for probably like 5 years now, maybe. Ever since we did the first Yellow Sauce EP, the first Ballad of Bob Paul, because Jay recorded that, and I went there to record my vocal parts, which is the only time I've ever gone to somebody else's studio to do my Yellow Sauce stuff. Because like the Flying Bison and the Ballad of Bob Paul, the second version of it, I did all my shit from my studio. But I went there, and Jay like produced the shit out of that, especially that pulled over sketch. Like, he had it set up where like, okay, we're gonna put mics here, we're gonna put mics here. It's gonna sound just like you guys are in a car. Like, cool. And then I got to be the cop. You boys have any idea how fast you were going? Laura thinks she went home and came back.
That's a 45-minute drive.
She thinks that interview was live.
No, if I go home, I stay home.
Yeah.
I'm not driving back.
Yeah. I mean, we.
I literally
Like having to go out to your place every week. I understand.
40 minutes from Joe.
I mean, so like
Depends on traffic. Could be longer.
poor Shane's got to pick me up, and then we go to his house to pick up his bass, and then we drive out to your place, and then he's been driving me home, and I don't ask him to. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool with like if I got to spend $45 on an Uber to get home from his place.
I didn't know he was doing that.
Well, I mean, if I got to spend $45 on an Uber from his place so that he can go to bed and get up for work in the morning, I think because we finished early this week, he was like, I'm just going to drive you home. Like, all right, cool. So, when did John get his ears pierced, or are they fake earrings? I can't even see John's ears right now.
No, I got my ears pierced when I was like 17, yeah. My first piercing was my lip. I was 16.
My only piercing was my tongue.
But, yeah.
And I don't have that anymore, so.
I might think about getting my lip pierced again. But
I've thought about getting my lip pierced, but I don't like getting piercings. I'm cool with tattoos, man, but piercings, not so much.
I'm doing a whole chest piece and a whole hand piece this Sunday.
You're doing both this Sunday, or
No,
I was gonna say, dude.
no, I'm not that hardcore.
No, you're getting the chest piece in May.
Yeah, that's
because
it's the weekend that we play Milky's. I think if that's happening.
If that's happening,
it's a Sunday, so it's on the 7th.
Okay, yeah, because we might be playing Milky's early in May, and then we might be playing. I gotta get Shane on board, but we might be playing the week after at Tudor, and then the week after that at Stamps. So we're all over Western New York.
John, tell them about your new shirt. A new shirt.
Tell them about your new shirt. I don't know anything about this new shirt.
It's colorful. And it makes me smile, and it's a button shirt.
Oh, jeez.
And it's horrific. I love it.
Speaking of shirts,
it's a spring shirt.
We just had that interview with On The Cinder. If you go on their Instagram right now, you can vote on what shirt Mike is gonna wear on Saturday at the show.
Oh, really?
It's a tournament, so there's two simultaneous going on right now. That you can vote, one or the other, and then tomorrow the winners of those two they're going to go head to head. So there's 4 shirts you could go vote on right now on The Cinder's Instagram, which I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So I'm going to figure that out real quick. Instagram.com/OnTheCinder. Go check out their story, and you can vote on Mike's shirts.
The drummer?
No, the bassist.
Bassist?
Yeah, the one that was in the bottom of the screen, Mike. He's yeah. But yeah, you go vote for what shirt you want him to wear. I think I'm down for the cat cowboy or whatever that is. Yeah, I can show you. You might hear music. Let's see. So, that was maybe not. Let me see. Oh, there we go. So there's the tournament's over. So the purple one won the first tournament, and then the cowboy kitty, won the second one. So it's going to be down to the 2 of those tomorrow. Oh no, they're right now. You can, I guess maybe tomorrow. It's not letting me vote because I want to vote for Cowboy Kitty. I want to see him wear that shirt on stage. So you can. John, did you vote in the All WNY Awards?
Honestly, I didn't.
You didn't.
Yeah.
If this show loses by 1 vote, I'm going to be severely disappointed in you.
I guess he probably find another co-host. I didn't vote.
I like stuffed the ballot box the last night. I'm just like, we might win. I gotta vote. So I just kept voting until midnight.
But yes, I'll be wearing my new shirt. I love it.
I will show you the shirt I'm wearing at our next show. I haven't put it away yet. Still in the studio from when I opened it. But this, you can get this at punkrockthreads.com.
Toys R Us special.
The Punk Rock Toys R Us, the Punk Rock R Us t-shirt. Gonna be wearing that at the next show. I bought this just so I could cut it up and wear it at shows. Maybe to the gym. We get a gym membership. So I got the thing in the mail the other day, right? I've been waiting on this. Like my insurance company sent me a card that has like $250 on it that I can use towards a gym membership, right? So I've been waiting for this to come in, and I finally got it, and I'm like about to call the gym, and I'm like, wait a second. I don't own any gym clothes. I don't have like basketball shorts or nothing. I don't have like, you know, I could wear like any of the shirts I wear to shows, except for, you know, the vulgar ones, which are almost all of them. And I don't have any running shoes. I only have Vans. It's like, shit, I gotta fucking buy some shit before I go to the gym. So I went on Amazon and ordered some basketball shorts. I ordered a couple of compression shirts and some running shoes. So Friday, I can sign up for a gym membership. Start losing some of this weight. It's a parody, Laura. It falls under the First Amendment. It is legal for me to do that. Also, with the Blockbuster shirt you could get at merch.thinksojoe.com. Truth be told, I wanted to do that for a Living Brain Dead shirt. And I made the design and I put it in the Discord, and Jill just kind of laughed, and I'm like, okay, maybe not. So when it came time to start this t-shirt company, I was just like, you know what? Let me recycle that idea. You just put a Punk Rock Is Not Dead t-shirt up over the past couple of days, so that's available now. punkrockthreads.com. We're not sponsored, I just own it. Just wear some swimming trunks. I don't even know if I own swimming trunks, at least not ones that fit. I've put on a lot of weight.
Not allowed in a pool yet.
You're not allowed in a pool?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
John's gonna drown.
Don't drown. Don't drown.
Yeah, we changed the name of that song, so like...
Settle down.
Yeah. Which you can watch. It's on YouTube. Settle Down.
I didn't name it.
The Living Brain Dead, Settle Down. It's up on YouTube right now.
Usually I name our songs, but I didn't name that one. I don't know if I did. I think I did. I don't know if I did. I think Joe did.
I have watched that video on repeat since it's gone up on YouTube.
Yes, me too.
Dude, I kind of like how it came out. The sound. You know, everything. The only mics that are on your drums on that are the overheads and the kick drum. Oh, everything else is off. I turned all the rest of the mics off.
Oh, I hit her. So
exactly. So the overhead. Matter. So I've been thinking, I have some like condenser mics that I used to use for voiceover, and I don't really have use for them anymore. And I've seen people on YouTube use condenser mics as overhead mics. Not the mics that are on your overheads right now are condenser mics, but that's.
The stands are a lot better now.
Oh yeah,
the cymbals.
We got better mic stands for. So I'm thinking I might bring a couple of condenser mics and put those up and see how those sound.
You don't want to go to the gym with me, Laura. You'll laugh. Joe's gonna be laughing at me.
I know you guys are going to a different gym than me, so I'm just like, great. I get to go by myself. I don't know what I'm doing. Luckily, I get like a personal trainer with my membership, so I could be like, yo, what do I do? I've been to gyms before, and I've had personal trainers before, but that was like a decade ago. So my gym got bought out by LA Fitness, and I was like, nah, I don't want to be an LA Fitness member. Now I'm about to go to fucking Planet Fitness, so.
Maybe YMCA.
Right? Because sometimes it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Yes.
It's also fun to go to Jackrabbit and see Grosh and Murder play this Saturday night. It's song time already. That interview was long, so we get to talk for less time. Anyway, Grosh and Murder, there's no cover for this show. Y'all got a pool and a sauna. My old gym had a pool and a sauna.
That's what's up.
But anyway, Grosh and Murder playing at Jackrabbit. No cover, just rock. Apparently that starts at 10. You know, if that starts at 10 o'clock, I could probably do both. You figure they're saying 10 o'clock. I don't know if that's doors at 10 o'clock or the show starts at 10 o'clock. I'd imagine the show starts, because who starts the show at 11? Grosh or Murder, if either of you are watching right now, please let us know. I could probably pull off going to both. I can go to Mohawk, see On The Cinder, and then take off and head over and see Grosh and hang out with you guys for the rest of the night. That's possible. There's no cover. It doesn't have an age range either, so I don't know. But Grosh and Murder this Saturday at Jackrabbit at 10 o'clock. This song is by Grosh. It is called No One Knows You on All WNY Think So Joe Show.
We've got these rules made up, reciting every line. What about what's on your mind? Gotta lose control sometimes. 'Cause you're not the only one wanting to break out. Tear down these paper walls, but we're told it's black and white. Better stay inside the lines, they'll tell you every time. Gotta say no sometimes. 'Cause you're not the only one dreaming in color. So come on, make a mess. Don't say sorry, oh no. Don't say sorry, 'cause no one knows you like you know you. Don't let them control you, 'cause no one owns you but you. Nobody but you. It's okay to be yourself. You're craving something real. Open up from the inside. Let it come to you. 'Cause you're not the only one afraid of the truth. So come on, say it loud. 'Cause how will the story go when you write it for yourself? You may not even know what's out there waiting for you. 'Cause you're not the only one scratching the surface. So come on and dig. Don't say sorry, oh no. Don't say sorry, 'cause no one knows you like you know you. Don't let them control you, 'cause no one owns you but you. Nobody but you, yeah. No one knows you like you know you. Don't let them control you, 'cause no one owns you but you. Nobody but you, yeah. Don't say sorry, oh no. Don't say sorry. No one knows you like you know you. Don't let them control you. No one owns you but you. Nobody but you, yeah. No one knows you like you know you. Don't let them control you, 'cause no one owns you but you, yeah. Nobody but you,
Grosh on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Song called No One Knows You. You can catch them at Jackrabbit on Saturday night. Show starts apparently at 10 o'clock, I guess. I don't know if that's the show starts at the doors. Information, guys. Information. Like, I love both of these bands. Not a knock on them. Not a knock on whoever's booking this, promoting this, whatever. But, like, come on. Even if you know, not just as a podcast host who's trying to help you promote these shows, but as a fan who would want to go to these shows, right? Like, it says Saturday at 10 o'clock. It doesn't say if that's doors, if that's when the show starts. I'm going to another show. If the doors open at 10 o'clock, I can easily make both shows. If the bands start at 10 o'clock, I might miss one of the bands. But I can still make the rest of the show. I don't know, man.
Hi, Leland. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Leland. Leland is in the chat. Leland saw our music video the other day. I don't want to call it a music video, but
Really music video. I mean,
it was us practicing a song, and
with cool lights in the back.
I had to re-record that guitar solo. Spoiler alert, I did not play that very well. You can even see it, like, as soon as the solo's over, I'm just like, shaking my head, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Why did that suck so bad? But I was like, hey, I can re-record any of the guitar parts that suck, so if you guys want to put any of these songs up. And Jill was like, let's do Settle Down. I'm like, all right, I'll re-record that shitty guitar part. And fixed it and put up the video. And you could go watch it now on repeat, like I have been doing for the last, 3 days. Leland says, we sounded great together. Got to catch you guys in the show. We are officially right now, the next show is May 19th, but there may be 2 shows before that. So,
Hey, what
fingers
did I say
crossed.
about that date? Be careful.
I mean, we were talking about Mayor Kane earlier, so. Have I done my Shut up, Laura. That game got shut down 2 years ago, and Laura's like, you didn't do your Mario today.
You gotta make that shirt, though.
What, you as the Terminator?
That, too, on May 19th.
Oh, May 19th, yeah, for you to wear on May 19th. Yeah. Laura said we should do all WNY Olympics. I mean, you and I, in previous, in our last 2 incarnations of our band, were just like, yeah, who wants to play some street hockey with us? And nobody stepped up. I think,
I think it'd be hilarious. Jill's in. Let's do it.
I think by default we are the Western New York music street hockey champions because nobody wants to challenge us.
I think it'd be funny, me and the Olympics thing.
What sport?
What could I break?
What sport would you play, John? If we did all WNY Olympics?
The disc.
The disc? John's gonna throw the discus.
I'll take that big metal thing.
John's gonna throw the javelin?
No.
Oh, the pole vault.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over the bar.
John's gonna do the pole vault. That will end well.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go over the bar and see how high I fly.
That'll go well.
I gotta believe.
I do voiceovers for videos of fucking pole vaulting fails. So
Joe says wrestling.
Yeah.
Joe kicked my ass. Choked me out. So wrestling, no, that may be you, not me.
Leland is flying high right now. He can show you how, John. Laura says her and Jill are wrestling. Leland says you don't need a pole to get high.
Leland can show me that.
I mean, Jill tries to show you that every week at practice. Okay, maybe she doesn't.
I don't know who watches the show.
That's fair.
I don't want.
I mean, she's training you in pole vaulting.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
I just so nobody misconstrues that. Jill is literally training John how to pole vault every week at practice. Sets it up. She ties a rope between the house and the basketball hoop, and you try to jump over it on a broomstick. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's fun to watch.
I haven't broke anything.
Shane and I show up, and we're just laughing at you for hours before we start practice.
You guys laugh at me anyways.
That's why I have to redub guitar parts when we put video out. I want to invent a Think So Joe show drinking game and sit in the back behind you guys playing.
Oh, somebody's got to be drunk.
What are the Think So Joe drinking game rules? John held the old school microphone. Drink.
Drink.
Joe played Shambles. Drink.
Fuck Shambles.
On the Cinders being interviewed. Drink. Fuck, I literally, like, we got to practice on Thursday, and I texted Ryan right away. I'm like, fuck Shambles. And he sent me pictures from practice, so I sent him pictures from practice.
Fuck Shambles.
Shambles is playing Friday night. Mr. Goodbar downstairs.
I love those guys, though.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, they're a fun band, so if you're not too busy this weekend, head out on Friday, see them.
Check out our old bass player.
John, how tall are you in liters? I don't think that's how that works, Laura.
Currently tall, 5'7".
Well, she said in liters, though. So,
Liters.
so you know what we got to do? We got to get some, 2-liter pop bottles and just stand them up next to you, and we'll figure out how tall you are in liters, I guess.
Okay.
That's a measurement of volume, not height, but...
I don't know. I'll say 10. 5. 5 liters of Pepsi.
Yeah. Sure. 5 liters of Pepsi.
Yes.
So that's 4.5. That's... No, let me see. 5 would be 2.5 2 liters. That's not very tall, John. That's this tall.
Mm-hmm.
How big is that room in years? Let's see, the house was built in the 1920s, so almost 100.
It's a lot more spaces now with the desk.
Oh, yeah, without having that angled desk in here, so you got
Yeah,
that
a
extra
lot
room
more
over
room.
there. We could definitely move these guitars out of here, fit more people in the room if we needed to. So if on the Cinder we're yeah, we're coming to the studio to do the interview, we could have easily made that happen. But luckily they didn't, and I was just, you and I just got to sit here and, did John go outside yet?
No, not yet. I mean, we didn't try that yet.
No.
We might. Maybe next show.
That's
or
right.
following show.
The one where you were home and you went outside.
But I would love to do that again. That's fun.
Yeah.
John with the weather and what's in Joe's pockets. Let's go.
Breath mints. Cash. A ticket to Wasted Space and a Greater Danger. And a tin full of guitar picks that I'm not going to spill all over the place and let John
Oh,
pick up.
please do.
I thought about doing it in practice the other day because this was in my pocket.
You know I have to. It's not
And
right
then-
if I don't do one.
And then the other side, there's pen and a marker. And then my wallet. This was a good what's in your pockets, Leland says.
That guitar pick, but
It's not
I
a
need
guitar
it.
pick, it's a dime, John.
you need it though.
I have my
Never know.
wallet. That was what was in my pockets. That was everything. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a productive practice on Thursday, and we got a video out of it, so we could
I sucked, so
we could put out stuff that sounds like us. John, your favorite currency? What's your favorite kind of money, John?
oh. Oh, okay. 20s.
20s. That's a denomination. So U.S. dollars.
US dollars.
U.S. dollars. Okay.
Much better than that time you didn't have anything in your pockets.
Yeah, it's true. I was actually dressed and ready for the show today instead of the time I didn't have anything in my pockets was the time you were at home because I just threw on the closest pair of pants. I'm like, yo. And then Leland's like, I just want to make sure you're wearing pants. I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing pants. Jill was drunk last practice.
Yes, she was. I picked her up and took her home.
Literally right before we start playing Settle Down, she's like, "Oh, New York Beer Project." Strawberry cheesecake, is that what it was?
Yeah. John, how was
prison?
Did some tough time, you know. It wasn't bad, you know. I mean, I did a lot better than Dom. You know. So yeah, prison was interesting. I was nobody's bitch, I'll tell you that. Dom was my bitch.
John and I we had an emotional moment on Friday, and not in the same room, but
I don't know.
But when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens reunited finally, John, yeah, I saw John Saturday night. And he's like, "Yeah, I almost cried." I'm like, "Me too." What are you guys' favorite Limp Bizkit lyrics?
Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6, and I'll tell you why. Because I have this Cookie Monster shirt, right? Yeah. And I did it all for the cookie, and it's the Significant Other album cover, but it's Cookie Monster. And the street sign says 1, 2, 3 times 2 equals 6. And Karina's like, "I don't get it." And I posted that somewhere, and Brian replied, "She's just not jonesing for her fix."
I love Limp Bizkit, though.
Me too. I got, it's behind me. It's on the shelf behind me, but I got Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavor Water on vinyl. So they're going to be re-releasing their stuff, they said, on vinyl. So I can't wait to get $3 Bill on vinyl. That's like the best Limp Bizkit album.
And Jill told someone to eat a
dirty cooter.
And John was planning to build a bomb shelter.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Leland says Chocolate Starfish is the best. I think for me it's $3 Bill, Unquestionable Truth, then Chocolate Starfish. Because, I mean, without $3 Bill, you don't have the rest of those albums. I was taking a shower yesterday, and I got the Alexa in the bathroom, so I'm playing music, and it just starts playing Nookie, and I'm just like, Alexa, play $3 Bill, and I'm just like, yeah, cool. I haven't heard this album in forever. We should do an encore hour. John's got to go home. He's got to work in the morning. Mm-hmm. They want us to do another hour. This show's long enough, man.
I don't know about that.
And then AEW starts in 12 minutes. So
yeah, I don't get paid for this show.
Right? Me neither. That's why you guys got to go to tips.thinksojoe.com and buy our stuff. Speaking of which, the pop-ups are not on. That's why I haven't seen them. Now they'll be on for next week.
I called in to help fill the other hour.
No, not another hour. This is 2 hours. It's long enough.
Yes, another hour, Laura says.
It's 2 hours. It's long enough. I have other shit to do.
Leland's gonna take my other shit.
I wind up spending like all day on this show because I wake up and it's like, all right, what am I playing on the show? And then Facebook's algorithm sucks for showing me events. Like I will literally see events after I've already posted about what I'm playing on the show. Like I got an ad for something that Greg's got going on, Greg Burt, a show that he's putting on, and it's like, oh man, I could have played something off of that show, except instead I didn't see it until just now. Laura says 6 hours.
Whoa. I don't know about that.
John, quit your job. We're doing marathon fucking podcasts now, apparently. How many seconds of a major label song are you able to play on air without getting arrested? Arrested probably as long as I want. Without getting muted, probably 0. And also that rule comes down from management, so I cannot play copyrighted music. At least, and the thing is, we do play BMI, ASCAP, licensed or registered music because a lot of the artists that we play are smart enough, like I am, and you're a BMI registered artist. I'm an ASCAP registered artist for some reason, and John's like, I am. Yes, you are. But we play like 20 seconds of a Limp Bizkit song per week as a show. Say, the Frostbelt thing is trying to sell tickets $20 a pop, and they haven't announced the bands. Yeah, here's the thing. We were talking about this the other day in the car. Is like, it is one thing to be something like a Camp Punksylvania, where it's a 3-day festival. It's been going on for a number of years now, and it's going to be good regardless of who's going to be on the show. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to be like, camp tickets are on sale now, and we'll be announcing bands later. It's another thing when it's your very first festival you're putting on to go out and say, hey, buy tickets for our festival, and we'll tell you who the bands are later. Especially when it's all just going to be local bands. You know what I mean? Like, I could go buy Camp Punksylvania tickets, and I can know you're going to get somebody like a Bad Cop, a War on Women, I know you're going to get your money's worth if you buy your Camp Punksylvania tickets, your Warped Tour tickets, if they don't, if that was still a thing, and
I miss Warped Tour.
Your Knot Fest and Ozfest and whatever the fuck festivals they got. But then you look at a festival like When We Were Young, which is just an incredible lineup. Both years that they've done it now, and they've announced the lineups day one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Laura needs to write herself out of the chat. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get me to buy tickets to a local show, tell me who's playing. We'll promote you when the time comes, when the show comes up. We'll play a song from a band on your festival. Mm-hmm. But I mean, tell people who's playing on your festival before you try and get them to commit to buying tickets.
What'd she say?
John, that challenge, I accept. Laura versus John, May 14th. I better train, she says.
Wait, what? I have a match. Wait, what?
Apparently you're fighting Laura on May 14th.
I'm fighting Laura on May 14th?
Apparently so.
Uh-oh.
I know nothing about this.
Made the best person win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to start an entertainment company, an events company.
Okay.
Right? And just sitting here doing this show, I've learned so much about what not to do. Don't not put what time your doors open. Don't not put what price your thing is. Don't not put,
I will, Laura.
Just make sure you have your price, your age, your ages that can get in if there is an age limit, your time that the show starts, put all the bands that are on the show, put it all on your event page. I've learned, and make sure before you start trying to sell tickets to something that people know who is on your damn show. And you got Wretched Mania coming up on Saturday, right? And I'm not knocking Mike at all here because, I do know what time that show starts. I do know how much it costs. I don't know what the age is, but I assume 21 because of the venue. Mm-hmm. But the event page still says 3 days before the event, we'll let you know who's going to be on the show, even though it has listed all of the bands that are on the show. But I don't think it has all of the bands listed on the show because it's a 7.5-hour show and they've announced 3 bands. Again, not a knock. But if I'm coming to a 7.5-hour show, I better know more than 3 bands that are playing. As far as as far as announcements go, I don't need to know who all the bands are. I could walk into that show not knowing a band and be like, yo, this band's actually pretty cool. I should write them down. I should play them on the show. I should book them. But, I'm not going to a 7.5 hour show if I only know what 3 hours of that 7.5 hours is going to be. And again, that's not a knock. That's just, I personally would not handle it that way. Laura says you better get in shape, John. Mm-hmm. John's going to the gym. He's going to the YMCA.
YMCA.
John only knows the YMCA dance from Wayne's World. Wayne's World 2, rather. But John's going to get in shape. Jill's going to be with you at the gym. She's got to do a Rocky montage. Just set it to Eye of the Tiger. John's going to be in there. He's going to be beating up fucking slabs of beef. It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. I'll tell you what, John, if you need it, I have the Rocky soundtrack around here somewhere. I bought it from Brian, actually. NOPQR. Should be around here somewhere. Rocky. That's Rocky 3. Actually, that's the one I want.
The other 4 hours of country music.
Another 4 hours of country music?
I can see John as the
construction worker from the Village People.
Yeah.
The other 4 hours of the Wretched the Wretched Mania is going to be country music. This big metal festival and all the bands are country except for the 3 they've actually announced. It's a who's who from the best country bands of the All WNY Awards. Seriously, I know Hell Ever After, and I know Grizzly Run, and I know there's one other band they've announced, and just what is the other 4 hours of the show? I'm sure it's going to be good. I mean, Wretched, we've been featured in Wretched Sound Magazine.
Yes.
I've been interviewed by Wretched Sound Magazine a couple of times. And I genuinely think Mike's a good dude and he's a good promoter. And I think whatever he's got planned is probably going to be good. But I mean, you're talking from 8 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. and you've only announced 3 bands. Mm-hmm. We have a TikTok.
Levin Breda has a TikTok.
We do.
It's freaking awesome.
Greatest live band I saw recently was Body Count. I'd love to see Body Count.
Body Count.
Oh, we gotta go, man. We gotta get out of here. Sure. It's that time. So our friends from Venom Mob, they are playing at Stamps this Saturday night with Solar Plexus and Naughty Frog. I could have think of at least one better band they could have had on that show. Anyway. But that's Saturday, March 25th. Doors at 6:30 p.m. Ages 18 and up. $10 cover at the door at Stamps the Bar, 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. And this is our good friends in Venom Mob, and this song is called Monkey Shines on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show, and we'll see you next week.